plates. It's an addiction. And this looks like a lovely colourful selection, but in Canberra you mostly get beige. So when you see a coloured plate you get very excited. So they come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. This is just flat plates really, because you've got your bowls and your teapots and jugs and this, that and everything else. So we've got little tiny plates. These are quite firm. Little sauce plates. So what would we cut, or what tools would we use to cut that? We've got this really solid, heavy duty, probably earthenware, and sometimes they tell you on the bottom and sometimes they don't. So this one doesn't say anything. You could look up the brand to see what it's actually made of, but it feels like it's either ceramic inside there or what's that other one, stoneware. You get nice fine bone china plates, which I really like. Bone china from Japan is my favourite, but there's also stuff from Germany. So you look on the back here, this one's actually a nice Korean one. And we're going to look at cutting this one because it's great fun and a pretty pattern. And then you get the super special stuff. So I think this one's German. Beautiful gold bits. These have their problems on their own. We get sucked in and we buy these because they're so pretty. Then these are the really heavy duty thick plates. So different tools come into play here, and we get seduced by the beautiful colours here. But the other thing that's you might get is that sort of pattern, but also on the bottom, and then you start to become very interested in plate bottoms, like this big blue one, which I managed to actually cut in half. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, which is the same colour underneath, which gives you different shapes to play with. And also you can use these sort of edges for different things. There's a million things you can do with plates. And then there are the really super special plates, and people will look at that and say, oh my God, you can't cut that up, that's just gorgeous. But if it sits in a cupboard and does nothing, or no one wants to buy it, why not breathe new life into something this gorgeous? Then are the, I guess the colours from the 90s, the 80s, that are good fun to play with as well. So if you're making roosters or owls or various things like that, this would be great fun. Like, that would be a brilliant rooster's tail. It'd be a blue rooster with green feathers. And then you get the really big plates. Ooh, like this one, these platters. So let me just show you how big that is. I don't know what this is made of, but easy to cut up because the finish on here is a little bit speckly. But for mosaics, that's okay. We can do textures. It's also coloured on the bottom. So this plate is going to be very useful. Oh my gosh. So, and quite heavy. So I'm going to need special tools for this as well. So enjoy your plate hunting. But think about initially just buying some plain, really cheap white ones from an op shop, or ask someone if they've got trash in the cupboard they want to get rid of. Don't use your good plates to practice on. And the first thing you must know once you buy all your plates is no cutting until you've decided on a project, because there are so many ways to cut a plate and you don't know what you're going to be making. Initially you might decide you want to do something simple, but then how do you cut up the something simple?